So on this match, we're gonna go ahead and focus on the Frost Mage. Reason why is because polymorph spam, right? You're gonna have the Shaman. Yeah, the Shaman's gonna have his little hex. I mean, that's like what? Every 15 seconds? Meanwhile, the Mage is there beside you spamming polymorph and using Dragon's Breath on you. And yeah, you could say, well, can the Shaman heal? But yeah, it's a hard cast heal. You know, gotta be line of sight. It could be interrupted. So, I mean, it's kind of risky for them to heal. And the Elemental has a lot of instant damage with instant Lava Burst and Earth Shock. So even if you're training them, they're still gonna be putting pressure on you. So, hey, that's why we're gonna go on the Mage and cut down their DPS. And already, right off the bat, I'm applying Frost Shock, trying to slow down that Mage. Trying to purge everything what I can off him. Little Shaman thinking he's about that life. Gonna go ahead and use my Static Totem. Get him behind line and sight. Deny his damage. With the pressure, my partner forced the Ice Block on the Mage. So right now, hey, we looking pretty good. Oh, hey, look. Shaman trying to connect. Trying to Hex. Break the line of sight. Denied him that crowd control. Mage is playing very defensive. Playing hardcore peekaboo right now. Denying my partner a direct line of sight for more DPS. Elemental Shaman decides to move up, silences me. My partner pushes in, but now, hey, he's behind the line of sight. And only because the Mage is about to die, and I do not want them to eat and drink to reset, I go behind from the pillar. I activate my Spirit Walker. That makes me immune to silence and interrupts for 5 seconds. Heal my partner, keep pushing in on the Mage. To play it safe, I'm using this pillar to break the line of sight from the enemy. Right now, what the Elemental Shaman is doing, he's playing the position of what I call a far orbit. That gives you a larger field of view, so if someone is pillar humping, you have more time with eyes on them. Instead of them being up close, it's just a quick glimpse, and then they'll go ahead and break line of sight. And obviously with the distance, this keeps them away from most of the crowd controls and interrupts because of range. Finally, after breaking down the Mage, it's too much pressure. They go ahead and run to the other side of the map to break line of sight. I move up, boom, finish him off. This match, the target is going to be the Shadow Priest. And as always, because you got to think, Shadow Priest got the Horrified, instant crowd control, got the Blanket Silence, another instant move right there. Mind Games. Hey, they're going to go ahead and make your life harder to heal. So you might as well put pressure on the Shadow Priest, and that way, hey, it forces them to use all their cooldowns, all their crowd controls as defensive. That way they go ahead and be used on your partner and not on you. Plus, if they want to use Mind Games, they're going to need to sit there and cast, which means they're going to be taking a bunch of free hits, because Gator don't play that. Only issue is you're going to be having this Deathknight death gripping you using Chains of Ice. But in this situation, I'm playing with a range, so the uptime is still going to be there. I'm dropping my Static Totem so I could have all the pets together in one place. Go ahead and use my projection to move the pets over to the other side. Free up some DPS pressure on top of my partner. Since the Shadow Priest is using Void Eruption, we're going to break their line of sight using the wall. I drop Earth Grab Totem so I could root the enemy pets in place. I'm pushing up on the Priest, just to apply some pressure. The Priest pops Dispersion, starts running behind the pillar to break line of sight. So right now I got about 10 seconds before I get hit with a Horrified. Since the Deathknight's fighting on top of us, I'm just gonna move over, use this pillar to break their line of sight, and still keep the line of sight with the Priest so I could go interrupt, I could purge, I could use Frost Shock to slow them down. Priest is dipping low. I'm dropping Spirit Links to stabilize. My partner continues with their pressure and is able to take down the Priest. So now it's just keep our distance from this Deathknight.